You've been chasing the wrong feeling for years. That I can't sit down properly feeling after leg day. You've worn it like a medal, screenshotted the struggle, made it your entire personality on Instagram for 24 hours. Here's the uncomfortable part. That feeling was never the point. Muscles don't grow because they hurt. They grow because of something happening at a level you can't feel at all. Inside the fiber, while you're not paying attention. So today we're taking apart no pain, no gain, and showing you what your muscles are actually listening for. Spoiler, it's not the weight on the bar, and it's definitely not the whim. So let's start with what everyone gets told, and why none of it actually explains anything. Lift heavy. Okay, heavy compared to what? 3 sets of 10. Why 10? Why not 8? Why not until your arms file a formal complaint? Nobody told you why. They handed you the what and skipped the how, which is a bit like being handed a car with no explanation of what the pedals do. So you show up, you sweat, you're sore the next day, and your body doesn't change. So you blame yourself. I'm not working hard enough. I'm not consistent enough. You weren't wrong. You were just reading the wrong gauge on the dashboard. Let's open the hood. Inside every muscle fiber are microscopic sensors called mechanoreceptors. Their entire job, the only line in their job description, is detecting tension. When a muscle experiences real, deliberate, controlled tension, those sensors fire a signal that basically says, "This load is serious, we need to upgrade." That kicks off mechanotransduction. Fancy word, simple meaning. Tension is the signal, growth is the reply. If you're not creating enough of it, your muscles have zero reason to change. Why would they? You didn't ask them to. And soreness? Barely part of the conversation. It's mostly inflammation. Your body going, that was unfamiliar. It tells you almost nothing about whether you actually grew. The burn is a similar story. That's metabolic stress. Your muscle running low on fuel mid-set. Real. Plays a small role, but it's the opening act, not the headliner. Now here's where it actually gets specific to you, because most fitness content stops explaining right about here. One bad night of sleep can drop your muscle protein synthesis, the actual building phase, by close to 20%. Not a rough week, one night. That same research found cortisol spikes over 20% after just one bad night. In everyone studied, not just the men, which is usually who gets talked about. Remember cortisol from episode 1? Not the villain. But it's also not supposed to be running the show at 2 a.m. while you're doom scrolling. If your stress hormone already runs a little hot to begin with, one bad night isn't just making you tired. It's quietly working against the exact signal you just spent the whole workout creating. There's also a piece almost nobody says out loud. Estrogen affects how sensitive your muscle is to that tension signal in the first place. When estrogen drops, across the month or across menopause, the muscle's response to training gets quieter. Same tension, fainter reply. This isn't a "so don't bother" moment. It's a stop being shocked when the exact same workout doesn't feel the exact same moment. You're not imagining it. You're not broken. You're running a system with more variables than the pamphlet mentioned. So, how do you actually create mechanical tension on purpose? 3 rules. Rule 1, time under tension. Your muscle doesn't care what the plates say. It cares how long it's under real load. Fast and bouncy reduces tension. Slow and controlled increases it. That's why a slow squat builds more than a fast one. Tempo is the signal. Slow down. Rule 2, proximity to failure. The last few reps, the ones that burn, the ones where you're bargaining with the universe, those are the ones doing the real work. You don't need to hit total failure. You need to get uncomfortably close. Rule 3, progressive overload. Same weight, same reps, same tempo, forever. Your muscle adapted months ago and is now just going through the motions. Like a barista who stopped making eye contact. You need to increase tension over time. More weight, more reps, more time under tension. Not every session, consistently. Quick flashback, episode 1. The glute bridge hold, 40 seconds, full squeeze. The slow squat, 3 seconds down, 2-second pause. You probably thought those were just the hard parts. They weren't random. Isometric holds and slow tempo are 2 of the most direct ways to maximize time under tension. The exact thing we just spent 5 minutes explaining. You were already doing the advanced version. You just didn't know why it worked yet. Now you do. Let's apply it. 5 moves, 15 minutes, no equipment. Slow squat hold, 3 seconds down, 2-second pause, drive up. Push-up hold, Lower halfway, hold 10 seconds, push back up. Glute bridge, squeeze at the top, hold 30 seconds. Plank hold, engage everything, shake, stay up. Slow lunge, 3 seconds down, pause, drive up. Every rep controlled. No momentum, no bounce, no technically a rep, just the muscle doing the work the whole time. Here's what I want you to remember. Muscle doesn't grow because you're tired. It doesn't grow because you're sore. It doesn't grow because you showed up. It grows because you created enough mechanical tension for long enough to actually signal change. That's it. You're not broken. Your program just wasn't sending the right memo. Next week, the eating side of this equation, and why the calculator you've been trusting might be lying to you worse than your ex. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Stay pink, stay decoded, and ice the soreness. Don't worship it.